Hey guys, so officially week 2 of Breaking Open the Head by Daniel Pinchbeck. In my last video, I had mentioned that I was having a hard time getting into the book. Not something I would typically read, so it wasn't really super appealing to me, but as I've gotten into it, I've realized that it is going to be pretty interesting. So as always, I'm going to start with relational, not always, but typically. And so page 16. Pinchbeck states that we live in a world of media overload and data smog, where everything distracts us from everything else. This really hit me because, as always, everyone typically thinks, in my opinion, that, the media just portrays everything as something different. Sometimes, not always, but for me, there's a lot of how we think today or how children think is based on the media and not necessarily true facts. There is even through the elections and everything, there was a point, I believe it was in January, when there was a proposition for teachers to start teaching how to tell what is real news and what is fake news. And I guess I just didn't necessarily understand how that would work, because how is a teacher going to say, what's real and what's not? Because everyone has their different opinions, different views, so there's no way to necessarily say, oh, this is what you should believe, this is what you shouldn't. Yeah, we have ways of telling which sources are credible and which ones are not, but as far as being able to teach, oh, this is what you should believe, and this is what you shouldn't, I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily believe in that. Another example I have of relational is on page 29. Pinchbeck discusses his drinking habits in high school leading into college, and how alcohol fired up his ID, sent him staggering across endless parties and barroon floors in an aggressive, sometimes successful pursuit of sex. But then he came to realize that drinking was holding him back and dragging him from seeing the world. And I think this is a relational because I think a lot of college students struggle with needing alcohol to seem as a way of being social. There's a lot of pressure on students, even in high school and now probably middle school, to drink and be cool and be a part of just the social aspect. I think there's a lot of pressure on people, and I think that also has to deal with the fact that it's something that you're not supposed to do because you're under 21, and people need, parents and just society need to teach young children and young adults how drinking can be a part of your life, but start it younger. Don't make it as 21, okay, now you can drink. Now you know exactly how to be responsible. It needs to be taught over time. So that's that. My next one will be exploration. And in my previous video, I had talked about how a doctor had recommended iboga to one of her coke addicts. And I was like, that didn't make sense to me. However, on page 19, I realized that there was an example of someone who had started using it and his addiction to heroin and cocaine had vanished due to iboga. And I guess what I'm gathering from this is that psychedelics can get rid of the addiction. They bring you towards something different and new and make you not want to do that anymore. And it's just interesting to me because at first it was like, okay, don't do this drug, but let me recommend another one to you. And now I'm like, okay, I could understand why she was wanting to recommend this. My last one will be hypothetical. And reason why I'm saying is Pinchbeck seems to be a very lost person. He doesn't know what he wants. And so I just kind of think if he would have had a better childhood, would he want to be as involved with psychedelics and create this new world for himself if he was actually fully satisfied with the world he lives in? I'm getting kind of close on time, so thank you.